How did you turn her hair green?
Nothing could be as bad as red hair.
It must taste really good.
I want more. And I know I shouldn't.
I'm surprised Diana liked it so much. She just drank that up.
3 words for you. Treat yourself.
It's the demon liquor's fault.
The demon liquor.
Making a little wine for refreshment is far less sinful than meddling in other people's affairs.
Oh, you tell her.
Yes!
Hello everyone, I am James. Welcome back to my channel, Jimmy Wren Reacts. Today we are watching Anne of Green Gables. This is a 2-part series or 2-part movie. I'm not really sure officially what it classifies as, so I think it's a made-for-TV movie. And today we're going to be watching part 1. I am coming into this totally blind. I don't know anything about it. The thing is, I've heard about it for many years because I have friends that have watched it, coworkers, colleagues, acquaintances. They all say that they love it. I put this on a poll on Patreon and it won. So I am going to be watching both parts. This is going to be part 1. I have to say, I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about the characters. I don't know anything about the setting. I don't know anything about the time period. Nothing. I am going in this blind. I've only seen some pictures of like the movie poster or box cover or whatever you might call it. But other than that, I know nothing. So you'll have to bear with me while I orient myself with the characters and the story and everything that comes with it. I did put subtitles on so that I can try and not miss anything. If you've been here with this journey, thank you so much for your support. If you like this video, if you like this content, please give me a like or subscribe, or you can watch the unedited watch along version on my Patreon. The link is in the description. Now without further ado, let's get into it.
Aspens quiver, little breezes dusk and shiver through the wave that runs forever by the island in the river, flowing down to Camelot. 4 gray walls and 4 gray towers over the Lady of Shalott.
Is this the main character? Wow, jumping right into it.
There she weaves by night and day the magic.
What's she reading?
She, the Lady of Shalott.
The Lady of Shalott. Okay, that's Anne.
Anne! Coming, Mrs. Hammond!
I mean, it looks like she was reading a poem. I don't know what poem that was.
Anne, Shirley, get in here this instant! Come on, get.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Hammond, but I was rushing so it's quite heavy. That will be my share, so there won't be any less for the children.
Oh, here, just take them and clean them up. Well, if you'd pay more attention to your chores instead of poring over them fool books of yours.
Please, I won't do it again. It was just so thrilling, I couldn't put it down.
Oh, you darn well won't do it again.
Wow.
And if I catch you reading any more of them books of yours while you're supposed to be looking after my young'un, they'll feed the fire too, missy. Well, don't stand there looking daft. Finish changing bacon, Peter.
Okay.
The men been waiting well nigh an hour for their lunch while you've been dawdling.
I enjoy babies in moderation, Miss Hammond. But twins 3 times in succession is too much.
I'll take none of your cheek, Anne Shirley. Believe you me, you'll be out on your backside if I get another word out of you. Oh, go on, get going to the mill before Mr. Hammond takes a whipping to you. Get.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of kids.
Eat!
Oh my gosh, she's terrible. Well, I mean, I can't really blame her. Looks like she's overwhelmed with children and little ones to take care of. Hammond.
What's the matter? Not red junk, idiot! Cut it out!
Oh no, looks like he got hurt.
Help! Get out here!
Oh my god.
What happened, Tom?
He's been in a temper over lunch, screaming and swearing. You know how he gets. He wouldn't stop.
Someone take the wagon and go for the doctor.
He won't be needing no doc.
Don't tell me he's dead. We're like 5 minutes in. What the hell? Wait, so I mean, is that like the son and the grandfather or something?
I know you understand. If I hadn't lost myself in the beauty of the day, poor Mr. Hammond might still be with us.
I think I missed what her relationship is exactly with the family. Is she like... It doesn't sound like she's one of the kids. Maybe she's a stepchild, or is she a nanny?
There, Nora.
led a good life.
Is that her husband or father?
You have to think about yourself and your young ones now. Sell the mill and come and live with me. And what about the girl?
The girl, Anne.
She's a home child, isn't she?
Yep.
Home child.
We'll have to go back to the orphanage.
Oh, okay. She's an orphan. They took her in to help with the family.
Mrs. Hammond, you must know how much I want to be of help to you in your time of trial. I consider it a burden I must bear.
I was daft when I took you in. It's
Yeah,
all
wait.
you're doing.
What?
None but yours.
Damn, what?
Blame myself entirely, Mrs. Hammond. To have to wait an extra hour for lunch is a terrible burden on any man, and I shall never overcome my grief.
It's not her fault.
I beg of you, Mrs. Hammond, please let me stay with you.
Orphan children are all the same. Trash.
Damn.
Trash. That's right, Aunt Shirley. Poor, miserable trash that don't deserve no better.
God dang it. That sucks. These women are trash. I mean, grieving, but damn. That's just sad. Okay, so far, it's starting off really dramatic. But that's not a bad thing, it's good. Fairview Orphan. Where is this? Is this... Looks like North America. USA? I don't know where exactly.
Mrs. Hammond, I'm afraid we cannot take the girl. We're overcrowded as it is. But I've already had to divide my own sweet babies among my relatives, ma'am. She ain't my responsibility no more. You have to take her. Come here, child. Tell me what you know about yourself.
Well, it really isn't worth telling, Mrs. Cadbury.
She was 12 last March, ma'am. Born in Halifax. Both parents died of the fever when she was just 3 months. I took her in from a neighbor last year to help out with the young'uns, but she's been in and out of orphanages ever since she was a wee thing, and she's not too proud for here.
And what were your parents' names?
Walter and Bertha Shirley. Aren't they lovely names? I'm proud they had such nice names. I read in a book once that a rose by any other name would smell as sweet, but I was never able to believe it. A rose just couldn't smell as sweet if it were a thistle or a skunk cabbage.
I don't know where she picks up them fool ideas, but she's a real bright little thing, ain't she?
From reading.
Well, this is a real Christian place you folks is running here, and I sure am grateful to you for helping me out of this predicament.
Now, Mrs. Hammond, wait a minute. Mrs. Hammond! We can't take her for at least another month.
Oh my god. So she was born in Halifax. So, I don't know, Canada? Wow, that is sad. She just got dropped off at the orphanage. No one wants her. She looks like she has an imagination, though. I mean, she reads. Yeah, she's a thinker. She's an imaginative girl.
I'm glad we have each other. It's so difficult finding a kindred spirit.
Who's she talking to?
Have you no respect for rules and regulations?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Cadbury.
You haven't been paying attention for the past 6 months.
Oh, I know I'll improve. It's just that my life is a perfect graveyard of buried hopes now. That's a sentence I read once, and I say it over to comfort myself in these times that try the soul.
We've had a request for 2 of our girls to live with families in Prince Edward Island.
Okay.
And I've decided that you will be one of them.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Cadbury. Thank you with all my heart.
Okay, this is Canada, right? Prince Edward Island.
Now get into your nightgown and go to bed.
Okay, so she's being sent away pretty much right away. I wonder if that's the truth, though.
Are you waiting for someone, miss?
I am, thank you.
Would you prefer to sit in the ladies' waiting room?
No, I prefer to sit here. There's so much more scope for the imagination. Thank you just the same.
As you like, miss.
Okay. She's a quirky little girl, isn't she? I wonder what time period this is. I'm gonna guess early 20th century. I don't see any automobiles.
But he never goes to town this time of year. And he never wears a suit except in church.
Maybe he's going carting.
Don't be so utterly ridiculous, Thomas. He's not going fast enough for a doctor. Oh, my afternoon is spoiled.
Why?
I won't have a moment's peace till I know what that man is up to.
Why are you such a snoopy person? Why doesn't she mind her own business?
Yoo-hoo, Marilla!
She looks like she rolled her eyes, I think. She's like, oh, it's you.
Ah, Rachel, good morning. And how are all the Lynns?
We're all right as rain, Marilla. But I was kind of worried about you when I saw your brother drive by just now.
Oh, I'm fine. Just fine. Appreciate the concern, though.
But he was in his suit and smoking his pipe.
So long as he smokes his pipe in the great outdoors and not in my kitchen.
He was in his suit.
Okay, so he's going somewhere. Why does she care so much?
Never goes to town this time of year.
Matthew wasn't going to town.
Oh, don't keep me in such suspense.
He was going to Bright River. We're getting a little boy from an orphanage in Nova Scotia and coming in on the afternoon train.
A boy? You can't be serious. Well, you don't know anything about raising children. Whatever put such an idea into your head?
So they're adopting?
Not as spry as he once was, and his heart bothers him greatly. Mrs. Spencer was up here before Christmas and said she was getting a little girl from the Hopeton Asylum in the spring to tell her to bring us a boy home while she was at it.
Huh.
We told her to fix us up with a little boy 11 or 12, old enough to do the chores and young enough to be brought up properly.
You know, I pride myself on speaking my mind. And a mighty risky thing. I wish you'd consulted me first.
Why?
Last week, I read in the paper where a couple took a boy from an orphan asylum and he set fire to their house at night on purpose. Burnt them to a crisp in their beds. And there was another case 6 months ago over in New Brunswick.
What?
A child put strychnine in the well and the entire family died in agony.
Rachel, you need to mind your own freaking business.
Well, we are not getting a girl.
Jesus, lady. Rachel, shut up. Why does she care so much? Are they just neighbors or friends or relatives or what? Okay, Bright River. Okay.
Oh, how do, Matthew?
Hello, Angus. Is the afternoon train due soon?
Oh, been and gone a half an hour ago. There was a passenger dropped off for you.
She's waiting for you on the platform.
She?
Not to worry, Matthew. I don't think she bites.
It's a boy I've come for.
Oh, she won't have any trouble explaining. She has a tongue of her own.
Interesting. So they mixed up the boy and the girl and they sent her Anne. She's the age, though. Seems like she's 12 or 13. Oh, that's got to be her.
I suppose you're Mr. Matthew Cuthbert. My name is Anne Shirley. Anne spelt with an E. I was beginning to be afraid you weren't coming for me today, so I made up my mind to climb up that big, wild cherry tree and wait for you till morning. It would be lovely to sleep in a cherry tree, all silvery in the moonshine. Don't you think?
I mean, there's been a big mistake.
Oh, no, there's no mistake. Not if you're Mr. Matthew Cuthbert. You are Mr. Matthew Cuthbert, aren't you?
This poor girl.
Oh, this is beautiful country you have here, Mr. Cuthbert.
She's a talker. I wonder if he's like already exasperated.
Well, I'm very glad you've come. Even if it would have been nice to sleep in a wild cherry tree. We've got a long piece to drive yet, haven't we? Oh, I'm glad, because I love driving. It seems so wonderful that I'm going to live with you and belong to you. I've never really belonged to anyone before. And the asylum was the worst place I've lived in yet.
Oh, this is a sad story.
Am I talking too much? Oh, people are always telling me I do, and I can't stop if I make my mind up to do it.
You can talk all you like. I don't mind.
I mean, he seems like a nice man. I mean, he took her.
I are going to get along just fine, Mr. Cuthbert.
Uh-oh, I wonder how the wife is gonna react. Oh no. She's so hopeful. I hope she accepts her. This music's really sweet. Wow.
I always heard that Prince Edward Island was the most beautiful place in Canada.
Okay, yeah, Canada.
It's the first dream that has ever come true for me.
Wow, she's so hopeful, and the music is so hopeful. Are they gonna let us down big time?
Dreams to live by the sea. These red roads are so peculiar. I asked Mrs. Spencer what made them red, and she said she didn't know, and for pity's sake.
It does look beautiful here. The scenery is pretty amazing. Wow.
Just now, I feel pretty nearly perfectly happy. I know I'm skinny and a little freckled, and my eyes are green. I can imagine I have a beautiful rose leaf complexion, but I cannot imagine my red hair away. It'll be my life long sorrow.
Oh,
Have you ever imagined what it must be like to be divinely beautiful?
wow, she has such low self-esteem.
Oh, I have often. Which would you rather be? Divinely beautiful, or dazzlingly clever, or angelically good?
All of the above?
I don't know.
Neither do I. I know I'll never be angelically good. Mrs. Spencer says I talk so much. Mr. Cuthbert, what is this place called?
The avenue. Pretty, ain't it?
Wow, look at that. Those blossoms on those trees.
Pretty doesn't seem the right word to use. Nor beautiful either. Don't go far enough. It is wonderful.
That is amazing looking.
They shouldn't call this lovely place the Avenue. There's no meaning in a name like that. You should call it Light Way to Light. It's far more glorious than I could ever have.
She's so wholesome.
That's Barry's Pond.
Oh, man.
Oh, no. This is the Lake of Shining Waters. That's its rightful name. Did things like this ever give you a thrill, Mr. Cuthbert?
Oh. Green Gables. Yonder.
Green Gables. Okay.
I pinched myself so many times today to make sure that this was real. But it is real. And we're nearly home.
Something tells me this is her home. It's Green Gables. Anne of Green Gables. Just a wild guess. Okay, I wonder where this was filmed. I mean, was it really filmed on Prince Edward Island? It looks amazing. It looks beautiful. The weather, the scenery, the landscape, this house. Wow. The music's pretty good too. She looks so hopeful. I wonder how the wife is gonna respond. I'm assuming that's his wife. She's expecting a boy. And then that other Rachel lady was like, don't get that girl. Don't get a girl. She'll burn your house down or something like that.
I'm overwhelmed.
Matthew Cuthbert, who is that?
It's a girl.
I can see that. Where's the boy?
There weren't any. Just her. I figured we just couldn't leave her there, no matter what the mistake was.
This is what comes of sending word instead of going ourselves, Matthew.
Don't want me?
Oh, she's already tearing up.
I might have known this was all too beautiful to be true.
Come now, don't cry. It is not your fault.
This is just the most tragical thing that has ever happened to me.
It is, kind of.
Well, what's your name?
Would you please call me Cordelia?
That's not her name, though. If she does that, it's a protect.
Cordelia?
Don't you think it's a pretty name?
Is that your name?
Well, no, it's not exactly my name. But oh, I would love to be called Cordelia.
What is your name, child? And no more nonsense.
Anne Shirley. Plain old unromantic Anne Shirley.
Anne Shirley is a fine, sensible name and hardly one to be ashamed of.
But if you're going to call me Anne, would you please be sure to spell it with an E?
What difference does it make how it is spelled?
Makes a lot of difference. Print out A-N-N and it looks absolutely dreadful. But Anne with an E is quite distinguished. So if you'll only call me Anne with an E.
I can see that.
Very well, then, Anne with an E.
If I were very beautiful and had nut brown hair, would you keep me?
No, we have absolutely no use for a girl. Well, don't stand there gaping. Come along, bring your bag. Now that you're here, I suppose we'll have to put you somewhere tonight.
Seems like she goes into that imaginative state when she's trying to protect herself.
It's of despair.
The depths of despair?
Can't you even imagine you're in the depths of despair?
No, I cannot. To despair is to turn your back on God.
Is it really now? I mean, she doesn't seem as mean as the other lady.
This is your room for the night. Wash up and then come down for supper.
She seems stern, but she doesn't seem as terrible as the other lady from before, her former home. That's a nice place, nice room. Ugh. I think he wants to keep her. He feels like he should help her, I think.
Taking her straight over to that Spencer woman in the morning. This girl has to go straight back to the asylum.
I suppose.
You suppose? Don't you know it?
She's a nice little thing, Marilla. Pity to send her back. She's so set on staying. She could be company for you.
I'm not suffering for company, particularly a girl who prattles on without stopping for breath.
She does talk.
She has to go straight back where she came from.
Well, we might be of some good to her.
Yeah, you could help her. Oh, she's so afraid. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, I feel bad for her. I think she does now too.
Good night, Anne, with an E.
Difficult to say goodnight. It's the worst night I've ever known.
Oh, I mean, she can only stay there one night. She can't even enjoy it. She knows she's going back. Oh, sad. The sad music.
Hurry
Okay, she's
up,
going.
child. Just fixing Green Gables in my memory. In years to come, I'm going to look back on Green Gables as a beautiful dream that will always haunt me.
Oh my god, that is dark.
Don't you think it's romantic?
You can think about it as you drive along.
I shall never forget your kindness, Mr. Cuthbert.
I mean, I predict she's gonna stay because the freaking place is called Green Gables, so Anne of Green Gables can't leave Green Gables. What's gonna change Mrs. Cuthbert's mind? What's her name, Marilla? What's gonna change her mind?
Marilla! Oh, you're the last person I even expected to see today.
That's the other woman who had a girl.
How are you, Anne?
As well as a victim of tragic circumstances could be, Mrs. Spencer.
We told Roberta for you to get us a boy.
Well, Roberta distinctly said that you wanted a girl.
I knew I should have gone myself.
I am dreadfully sorry, Marilla.
I suppose the asylum will take the child back.
Mrs. Blewett was up here yesterday asking me if I could get her a little girl. 10 children and another one on the way. She's simply beside herself for help.
Would there happen to be any twins among them?
Oh, she has 2 sets of twins.
She came from a family like that.
Blessed minute. I call this positively providential. Mrs. Blewett and Shirley, she'll be just the thing for you.
Miss Cuthbert, how old are you, girl?
13?
Ain't much to you. But you're wiry, and I don't know but the wiry ones can work the hardest. I'll expect you to earn your keep, and I want you to act smart and be respectful.
Okay, no need to be mean.
My twins have been awful fractious these days, and I'm terrible worn out.
I feel I oughtn't to make a decision until I speak to Matthew.
Oh, she's feeling guilty?
I'll just take her home again and talk to him. Good afternoon, ladies.
She doesn't like that lady. She knows she's gonna be mean to Anne. Okay, I think so. I mean, they know each other, and she didn't seem like she liked how she treated Anne and talked to her.
Miss Cuthbert, did you really say it, or did I only just imagine it?
I haven't said anything yet, young lady, except I want to speak to Matthew. Sending you back to the orphanage is one thing. Handing you over to the likes of Matilda Blewett is another.
Yeah.
I'd rather go back to the asylum than live with her. 2 sets of twins. Ooh, besides, she looks exactly like a gimlet.
You should be ashamed of yourself, speaking of a stranger that way. Hold your tongue and don't criticize your elders.
I'll try and do anything and be anything you want. If you'll only keep me, Miss Cuthbert.
Oh, that's sad. I couldn't say no either. Like, if someone needed my help, like a child needed my help, oh my god. Yeah, she seems whimsical and talkative and a big imagination, but she seems nice.
I wouldn't give a dog I liked to that Blewett woman.
Oh, yeah.
Makes no sense to keep her.
She can still help you?
But if we did keep her, I'd expect you not to interfere with my methods. An old maid like me may not know much about raising a child, but I know a darn sight more than an old bachelor like you.
Okay, but they're married, right? Old maid and a bachelor? I mean, they're an old married couple.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Wouldn't that be a change around here?
Yeah, it's good to have young people around. It keeps you young, too. Look at that cow.
Have you said your prayers?
I never say any prayers.
What do you mean? Haven't you been taught to say your prayers?
Mrs. Hammond told me that God made my hair red on purpose, and I've never cared for him since.
Thank God for his blessings, and then humbly ask him for the things you want.
That's good. Be thankful and then humbly ask, yes.
Dear, gracious Heavenly Father, I thank you for everything. As for the things I especially want, they're so numerous it would take a great deal of time to mention them all. I'll just mention the 2 most important. Let me stay at Green Gables.
Oh my god.
Please make me beautiful when I grow up.
Oh man.
I remain yours respectfully, Anne Shirley.
With an E.
With an E. Did I do all right?
Yes, if you were addressing a business letter to the catalog store.
I mean, that was pretty formal, but, you know, it was nothing really wrong with it. She's so... This is too wholesome.
Amen. Instead of yours respectfully. Do you think it'll make any difference?
Yeah.
I expect God will overlook it. This time.
Too wholesome. She's such an innocent girl.
That girl is next door to a perfect heathen.
I guess so, technically. She's a nice girl.
Good morning, Miss Cuthbert. Please, Miss Cuthbert, tell me if you're going to send me back, but I just can't bear it any longer.
Well, you'll just have to bear it because I simply don't know. Put it on trial for a while. For all our sakes. Would that suit you?
If you think it's necessary,
No.
Miss Cuthbert.
I do.
It's gonna be tough, though.
Here. While you're eating your breakfast, I want you to learn that. You need a little religion in your life as bad as you need fattening up.
Our Father, which art in heaven.
Lord's Prayer.
That is just like a line of music. I'm glad you thought of making me learn this.
Well, learn it then and hold your tongue.
Learn it and shut up. Oh my gosh.
Good Lord. Here comes Rachel.
Oh no, here
Lynn.
comes that nosy lady. Oh no.
Take that card into the parlor, and you come back here on your best behavior. I don't want her knowing you're a heathen.
Heathen. Oh yeah, she's not very churched.
I am shocked at this horrendous mistake I've heard about.
I've gotten over the shock myself.
Couldn't you send her back?
Jeez, she's right there.
Still considering on it.
Considering on it? What is there to consider? I mean, a boy would have been bad enough, but...
This is a friend and neighbor of mine,
Friend.
Mrs. Rachel Lynn and Shirley.
How do you do, Mrs. Lind?
Well, her looks are certainly nothing to consider.
She doesn't even address her.
Terribly skinny and homely, Marilla. Come over here, child.
Rachel sucks.
Lawful heart, her hair's as red as carrots.
Dare you say I'm skinny and carrots? You're rude, impolite,
Oh my god.
and I hate you!
And Shirley.
Oh my god.
How would you like to have nasty things said about you? How would you like to be told that you're fat, ugly, and a sour old gossip?
Damn, you tell her. Oh shit.
And Shirley, you come back at once and apologize.
Mark my words, Marilla. That's the kind puts strychnine in the well.
You shouldn't have twitted her about her looks.
Marilla Cuthbert!
I'm not making excuses for her. Perhaps she was never taught what was right, but you were too hard on her, Rachel.
Yeah, you don't even...
Oh, I'm not vexed, Marilla. I'm too sorry for you to leave any room for anger in my mind. It's obvious to me that the good sense I admire in you left you when that child walked in your door.
Shut up, Rachel.
Don't expect me to visit here again if I'm to be treated in such a fashion.
Oh my god, good riddance.
Goodbye, Rachel.
Oh man. Yeah, she doesn't like being made fun of. Especially for her red hair. People are really into red hair now, so I don't know. I mean, back in the 80s though, I can see that. I grew up in the 80s.
Of all the people you would pick on Rachel Lynn,
He hadn't any right to say what she did.
Rachel is too outspoken, but she is your elder, a stranger, and my guest.
Yeah.
Not to mention my friend. All of them very good reasons for you to have bit your tongue. She deserves an apology, and you will go to her and you will give it.
I can never do that. You can punish me any way you like.
If you expect to remain under my roof, you will apologize to Mrs. Lind.
Yeah, that's the right thing to do.
You'll have to send me back.
Wow, you're stubborn. She can't do that, but she'd rather go back. She's gonna be tough.
Rachel Lynn deserves what she gets.
Next you'll be saying she oughtn't to be punished at all.
I mean, she hasn't been raised by any parents, and she hasn't learned any of this stuff. And she's a child. She's gonna be impulsive. Especially when someone triggers you like that, you know, especially about your looks and whatnot. And she's a young girl, and she's gonna be sensitive about it. Mr. Cuthbert is like a kind old man, isn't he? Is he gonna go talk to her? He is. He seems like a gentle guy. He's gonna say something to comfort her, I think. Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna say something good, I think.
I haven't been upstairs in this house in 4 years. I guess
Really?
you're leaving then, huh?
Matthew, I'd rather die than apologize to Mrs. Lind.
Well, Morella's a terrible, determined woman. You don't have to be exactly sorry, you know. You can just be sort of sorry.
I'm not sorry at all.
I hear Mrs. Blewett's an awful workhorse, and it'll be terrible lonesome around here without you.
Oh, he's telling her he wants...
Kind of smooth it over.
He wants her to stay.
You don't want me to go, do you?
Oh.
Anything for you, Matthew, if you really wanted me to.
Of course I do.
We can't let Mrs. Lynn be the cause of our parting. I don't have to be really sorry. Just have to remove the disgrace I brought upon Marilla's good name.
Yes.
Don't tell Marilla that I said anything. She'll say I'm interfering.
Wild horses couldn't drag it from me.
Oh, they have a connection and a bond. That's sweet. He knew how to get her to do it. Does she know? She knows he said something.
Miss Cuthbert,
What is it?
I'm sorry I lost my temper and said those rude things, and I'm willing to go and tell Mrs. Lynn so.
I think that's a wise decision. I'll take you over first thing. Now get up to bed and don't forget to say your prayers.
Yes, ma'am.
The little smirk. She knows. She saw that.
I knew that if we left her alone, she'd come to her senses.
Oh, really? Come on. She has to know. He's really proud of what he did. This is too wholesome. Oh my gosh.
Anne, what are you muttering about?
I was just imagining out what I must say to Mrs. Lynn. Miss Cuthbert, you look so elegant.
You don't make an important visit in kitchen clothes.
Okay. Let's go.
I think amethysts are lovely. That's what I used to imagine diamonds were like. And then I saw a real diamond in a
Oh,
lady's...
for goodness sake, child, bite your tongue and trouble on.
She talks so much. Anna Green Gables is a yapper. I can kind of relate to that, though.
Good morning, Rachel. Anne has something to say to you.
Mrs. Lynde, I'm extremely sorry I behaved so terribly. I've disgraced my good friends who've let me stay at Green Gables on trial, even though I'm not a boy. I am wicked and ungrateful, and I deserve to be cast out forever. I am skinny and ugly, and my hair...
Oh my gosh.
I said about you was true too, only I shouldn't have said it. Please, Miss... Please. Please forgive me.
There, child, of course I forgive you. I guess I was a bit hard, but you mustn't mind me. I'm known throughout these parts as a woman who speaks her mind.
You have given me hope, Mrs. Lynde. I shall always think of you as a benefactress.
What this child needs is discipline and a proper education. The Sunday school picnic is scheduled this week for Barry's Field. I want you to take Anne so she can meet some civilized children her own age. Her tongue appears to be hinged in the middle, but she may turn out all right.
I'm sure you're right.
And trial or no trial, you ought to put the girl into school.
Yeah. Meet some other kids.
You in school doesn't mean a decision. It's just as easy to take you out as put you in. I've seen some shocking behavior from you, Anne Shirley, and it does give a person reason to doubt.
My temper will never get the better of me again, even though I am red-haired.
I hope not. But behavior in the first place is more important than theatrical apologies afterwards.
My greatest wish, apart from staying at Green Gables, would be to have a bosom friend.
What kind of friend?
A bosom friend. A really kindred spirit. I've dreamt of meeting her all my life.
Diana Barry lives over there on Orchard Slope. She's about your age.
Orchard Slope.
Sponsoring the picnic next Sunday, and you can meet her.
What should I call you? May I call you Aunt Marilla?
No, you can call me just plain Marilla. I don't believe in calling people names that are not their own.
You could imagine you were my aunt.
No, I could not.
Don't you ever imagine things differently from what they are?
No.
Oh, Marilla, how much you miss.
I think they're both going to teach each other something through this series. I don't know, but it seems that way.
I can imagine I like them.
What's the matter with them?
They're not very pretty.
Her clothes?
I'm not going to pamper your vanity. These are good and sensible dresses. This one is for Sunday, and the others you can wear to school.
I am grateful, but I'd be even more grateful if you'd make this one with puff sleeves.
I cannot waste material on ridiculous-looking frills and furbelows. Plain and sensible is best.
Dreamed of going to a picnic in puff sleeves. Rather look ridiculous with everyone else and plain and sensible all by myself.
Wow, I can't believe that they make all of their clothes. I mean, that makes a lot of
You see my
sense, though.
amethyst brooch?
Yes,
Did you touch it?
I pinned it on yesterday, but just to see what it looked like.
You had no business to meddle with my brooch. Where did you put it?
Back on the pincushion. Honestly, Marilla, I didn't mean to meddle, and I promise I'll never do it again. That's the one good thing about me. I never do the same wrong thing twice.
The brooch is gone, and you were the last one to handle it.
Oof.
Did you take it out and lose it?
I didn't.
Anne Shirley, you are telling me a falsehood.
Oh, is she? Is she?
And you will stay in your room until you confess, even if it takes a month of Sundays.
If you let me out for the picnic, I'll stay in my room as long as you like.
You're not going to the picnic or anywhere else until you tell me the truth.
Go to the picnic. How will I ever make a bosom friend? Or any friend at all?
That brooch meant a great deal to me. More than any picnic. Now you go to your room.
Oh, I mean, there could be a lot worse punishments. Oh, look at her in her half-made dress.
You might as well face it, Matthew. She's taken that brooch and lied about it. I feel worse about that than the brooch.
Are you sure it didn't fall behind the bureau?
I know how you feel, Matthew. And in my heart, I was prepared to let you have your way, but now I realize that I was right not to be too hasty. We can't keep a liar and a thief, Matthew, and you know it.
She has a point if she's right, but I don't know. Did Anne really take it? Or was it lost? She looked for it. It didn't fall. I wonder what happened. That's disappointing. Did she take it?
Marilla, I'm ready to confess.
What have you to say for yourself?
I took the brooch because I was too overcome with irresistible temptation. I just had to wear the brooch over the footbridge of the lake of shining waters, the wind blowing my auburn hair over to Camelot. I thought I could put it back before you came home. As I leaned over to look at my reflection in the lake, it slipped from my fingers and sank beneath the rippling waves.
Is that what happened?
Now may I go to the picnic?
No.
I realized the importance of the brooch, Marilla. Was it a keepsake from a tragic romance? I did say I could go if I confessed.
What you can do is pack your bags and start imagining your life with Mrs. Blewett.
Oh, is that what really happened?
Rachel Lynde was right. I can't imagine how I let that child worm her way into my affections. Furious at myself for having let this happen.
Marilla.
Oh, it's her. She forgot to have pinned it on her shawl. Oh my god. Oh, you're torturing this poor girl. Oh, she'll do anything to stay. She'll do anything to stay. She's desperate.
Whatever made you say that you took it and lost it?
You said you'd keep me in my room until I confessed. Thought up a good confession and made it as interesting as I could.
Ugh, this poor damaged girl.
But it was still a lie.
You wouldn't believe the truth.
That's true. No-win situation.
I'll forgive you if you'll forgive me. Now, you get dressed for service.
Yeah, it was a no-win situation for her. You know what? I'm glad that she went right up away and admitted her mistake.
Hello, Miss Cuthbert.
Good afternoon, Mr. Barry. I'd like you to meet Anne Shirley.
Hello.
How do you do, Mr. Barry?
You should meet my daughter Diana. She's over there in the garden.
For pity's sake, calm down, Anne, and don't make any of your startling speeches. Goodness knows what Rachel has told them already about you.
Oh my gosh.
You were going to eat ice cream for the first time in your life.
Really, the first time?
This is the orphan girl that the Cuthberts are looking after. Anne Shirley. This is the Reverend and Mrs. Allen.
How are you, Anne?
Well in body, although considerably rumpled in spirit, thank you. There wasn't anything shocking in that, was there, Marilla?
Won't you and Anne join us for tea, Miss Cuthbert?
Rachel is like the gossip.
I've given Elspeth tremendous reports about your home baking and your red currant wine, Miss Cuthbert. She's anxious to learn your secrets.
This is my Diana. Perhaps Anne would like some ice cream and lemonade, Diana.
Oh, first time eating ice cream? Wow. I wonder if they'll be friends. Diana and her. Aww, she made a friend.
Marilla's given me strict instructions not to talk your head off. I do have a habit of chattering on, so. If I could imagine myself as a bird, a magpie would probably be the closest thing I could resemble.
Oh my god.
I've always dreamed of being in a three-legged race at a picnic. Would you do me the honor of being my partner?
But there aren't any other girls in it.
You're a sturdy-looking girl, and I'm fast. I know we'd stand a good chance.
I guess so.
Come on.
Oh my god. She's already getting Diana into trouble. Oh my gosh. Okay, are they gonna meet some boys?
Hey, Diana. Who's your friend?
Anne Shirley.
Okay.
On your marks. Get set.
Did they fire off a real gun? That's crazy. Oh my god, they did it.
I never expected a daughter of mine to outrun the boys.
Oh, he winked at her. He winked at her. He winked at Anne, I think, right? And she's just like, huh. Oh man. Wow, look at that. That's picturesque.
I think it's a shame that Gilbert had to lose on account of Moody. Don't you think Gilbert's handsome?
He is handsome. But I think your Gilbert is awfully bold to wink at a strange girl.
I wish he'd wink at me. He's 16, but he's in our class. That's Mr. Phillips, our school teacher. He's dead gone on Prissy Andrews. And Prissy thinks she's Queen Bee just because she's studying her entrance to Queens. He moons over her something terrible.
Okay, she's giving her all the tea.
That's Josie Pye, and she moons over Gilbert. I heard before that you were kind of a strange girl, Anne Shirley. But I have a feeling we're going to get along really well.
Are they? I don't know. Sometimes they start out good and then they become enemies. So I guess we'll see. Doesn't start out well because that boy that she likes Anne.
Anne Shirley. Anne spelt with an E.
We hope that you will strive to meet our standards.
Oh, I'm sure I will, Mr. Phillips. I've taught children younger than myself to read before, and both my parents were teachers.
I wonder what happened to her parents.
Diana Barry.
Thank you, Mr. Phillips. Diana Barry is my bosom friend.
She talks so much. He's kind of creepy. That's a creepy relationship, isn't it? Ooh. Ooh. What the heck?
All right, class. Take out your notebooks. Memorize the dictation from yesterday.
Ooh. That's weird. Oh, he winked at her again. Gilbert. Oh, that boy is like teasing her.
Hey, Carrot. Carrot.
Don't call her that. Oh my gosh.
How dare you!
Anne Shirley, what is the meaning of this?
It was my fault, sir. I was teasing her.
Stand at the blackboard for the rest of the day.
Oh my goodness.
I will not tolerate this kind of vindictive temperament in my class. Anne Shirley.
Anne with an E.
Has a very bad temper.
Anne with an E, though.
And she will learn to control it. You will write this 100 times before leaving today.
Oh. He has good cursive, though. Anne with an E, yup. Oh, man.
Wait. I'm sorry for teasing you about your hair. Don't be mad at me for keeps.
Oh, Anne. How could you? Gilbert always makes fun of the girls. He calls me Crowhead all the time, and I've never heard him apologize before.
Oh, that's Gilbert.
I shall never forgive Gilbert Blythe. An iron has entered my soul, Diana. My mind is made up. My red hair is a curse.
Anne Shirley, I've heard all about it. Now you open your door at once.
Please go away, Marilla. I'm in the depths of despair.
Oh, fiddlesticks.
Depths of despair is to turn your back on God, right? Or something like that.
Are you sick?
Go away. Don't look at me.
Oh, don't play innocent with me. I'm so ashamed I don't know where to begin. What do you mean by breaking your slate over some boy's head?
He called me Karen.
I don't care what he called you. You have no reason to lose your temper.
Oh.
And Shirley,
How did you turn her hair green?
what have you done to your hair?
thought nothing could be as bad as red hair. Green is 10 times worse.
I don't know. It looks kind of punk rock.
I dyed it.
Dyed it? For mercy's sake, child.
He positively assured me it would turn my hair a beautiful raven black.
Who are you talking about?
The peddler we met on the road today.
Oh.
I absolutely forbid you to.
Honestly, if this was 2025, this would freaking rock. Her hair looks awesome. Oh my God.
I hope that this has opened your eyes to see where your vanity has taken you.
What shall I do? I'll never be able to live this down.
In 1985, this is crazy, but this looks honestly kind of punk rock right now.
You really smashed your slate over that boy's head?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Hard?
Very hard, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I know I should be angry. I should be furious. But if you promise me that nothing of this sort will happen again, I won't say another word about it.
Yeah, that's good.
I've come to a decision. The trial is over. You will stay at Green Gables.
It's a sign. Green hair, Green Gables. Look at her. She's so happy. It's what she wanted so bad.
I think
She
you may
wanted
be a kindred spirit after all.
that. Yeah, she's like proud of her. She's like proud that she broke that thing over that kid's head. Her slate. It's like a chalkboard, right? Slate. I mean, they used to be fragile, not like today. Oh my God, her hair. It looked better before, honestly.
Never, ever look at myself again.
Oh, she cut it all off. I mean,
Well, you're our girl now, and the prettiest one this side of Halifax.
All right, now.
Short now. I mean,
There's nothing comforting in having your hair cut off because you've dyed it.
Don't worry about your hair. No one even notices it anymore.
Every time I look at myself, I do penance by seeing how ugly I am.
oh man. Honestly, if it's today, her red hair and even the green hair would freaking be so popular. Maybe it is popular back then too. But kids are cruel, you know. They make fun of anything, especially if you are different or stick out. Okay, she's giving her some signs to come out. Her haircut looks cute though. I mean, she's a girl, she's a child, so.
You right away. That's why I used the white flag. Mother thought I was upstairs studying, but I was in the pantry getting some cookies, and I overheard her talking with Mrs. Blair. They were talking about what happened with you and Gilbert Blythe, and Mother says you have a disposition just like Marilla's. Marilla having been betrothed once, many years ago, but because of a quarrel, she never married, and she's had to live with her brother ever since.
Oh. That brother and sister. I thought that were husband and wife. What the hell?
I have to go now. Mother doesn't know I'm gone.
So I guess they're brother and sister? Okay, sorry. I feel like a bonehead. I didn't even know that they were not a married couple.
Before everyone leaves for lunch, I would like to announce the mathematics half-term results.
Anne's hair's grown out.
Their standings are as follows. First, Gilbert Blythe. Second, Anne Shirley.
Wow, good job.
Third, Prissy Andrews.
Prissy Andrews.
I think Miss Andrews has shown excellent progress under my tutelage.
Oh my gosh, that's creepy.
Class dismissed.
It's like inappropriate.
Only smiling to congratulate you, Anne.
I think he was trying to rub it in.
That he got first place. Gilbert's a smart boy too.
Take the shortcut through the pasture, Anna.
Don't be afraid of the bullies, Diana. We'll be completely civilized and take the road. I have no intention of arriving out of breath for our examination.
Oh, what are you doing? Oh man, they're calling her carrots and teasing her still. No trespassing.
This'll be the last time I catch you little troublemakers in my pasture.
I've never even set a toenail in your pasture before, Mr. Sadler. I was really attempting to avenge my bosom friend Diana from being tortured.
You'll feel wretched, all right, missy, if I ever catch any of you on my land again. Now hop to it before I turn your backs.
Okay, was he like German or something? Oh, okay.
I don't know what education on this island is coming to, Phillips. You are the worst teacher this school has ever had. The order you keep is scandalous.
Worst teacher?
And I know for a fact that you would never have got this post if your uncle hadn't been a trustee. If you value your job at all, you'd discipline your students a little better.
Damn, in front of everyone?
Out of trouble. and out of my fields.
Sir.
Good day to you.
Jeez, what an a-hole. Oh, no.
Since you seem to be so fond of the boys' company, we shall indulge your taste for it this afternoon. Take your seat over there, next to Gilbert Blythe.
Oh. I mean, I don't know if that's a punishment.
Did you hear what I said?
I mean, she doesn't like him, yeah, but...
Obey me at once.
His hair is just terrible. That haircut, oh my gosh. Mr. Peters.
Anne?
She'll get it. She's a reader.
Chrysanthemum. CHRYSANTHEMUM.
Correct.
Okay. Ha! Look at the look on her face.
Hey, Anne, how do you spell freckles?
Oh, shut up.
How do you spell ugly?
Yeah, Josie, shut up. Jealous.
Congratulations on the spelling test, Anne. Oh, well, at least you're acknowledging me now.
I nod out of elementary good breeding. Nothing more.
Oh, why don't you get off your high horse?
Thank you for your heartfelt congratulations, Mr. Blythe. But allow me to inform you that next time, I shall be first in every subject.
Okay.
You've got more nerve than a fox in a hen house. I don't see any need in being civil to someone who chooses to associate with the likes of Josie Pye.
You're just jealous. She's jealous of you. Gilbert told Charlie Sloane that you were the smartest girl in school, right in front of Josie.
Yeah.
He did?
He told Charlie that being smart was better than being good looking.
Wow. Interesting.
I might have known he meant to insult me.
No, he didn't.
I'd much rather be pretty than smart. But at least I don't have to cheat like Josie does.
Wow. Oh, look at this picturesque landscape near the ocean. Oh, that's beautiful.
Hurry up, Diana!
Those dunes, the grassy dunes with like lots of sand. It looks really clean too. Look at them like playing in the fields at the beach, putting flowers in each other's hair. Talk about wholesome.
Then, Bertram and Bear came to their native village. Fell in love with the bear.
Okay, they're becoming like they're best friends now. Does Gilbert like really crush on her? Like he's pining after her, I think. Ooh.
And now, the sad news. I'm leaving Avonlea. I shall not be with you in the fall to guide your progress to even greater heights of scholastic achievement.
They got a new
Let us not
teacher.
have tears. Partings are a natural part of life. We shall adjourn early this afternoon, make our way to the Spurgeon farm, where Moody's parents have consented to host a celebration in honor of my departure.
Okay.
Nobody told me.
Okay, Moody. Ooh, that's so weird. What is that relationship? Inappropriate, man. I don't know.
Father told Mother that Mr. Sadler was going to get rid of Mr. Phillips, no matter what. And apparently the trustees are forcing him to leave because of Prissy.
Yeah.
I can't help feeling sorry for him. Even though he did spell my name without an E.
Wow. Are they glad? Okay, Josie.
I knew of a girl in Marysville who could walk the ridgepole of a roof. I dare you to walk the ridgepole of Moody's kitchen roof.
Don't do it. Oh my gosh, she's gonna get herself into trouble.
Don't do it, Anne. Never mind her. It's not a fair dare. I shall walk that ridgepole or perish.
Oh my gosh. She's not gonna do it. She's gonna fall through the roof and into the house or something crazy. Marilla's gonna have to like talk to her about this. Something terrible is gonna happen, or really embarrassing at the very least. Ooh, it is a steep roof. Oh, she fell.
Oh, Anne! Oh, Anne! Oh, you killed!
No, but I think I've been rendered unconscious.
You're not unconscious, but you might have broken something. You fell off the roof.
Thank you, Mr. Blythe.
Wow. She's lucky.
At least let me give you a hand.
Thank you, Mr. Blythe. But I'm going in the opposite direction. Come along, Diana.
Ugh.
Anne, you should have let him help you.
She's really lucky. She could have really hurt herself. I've known people to fall off roofs and they really hurt themselves way, like 100 times worse.
You sprained your ankle. I wouldn't think of giving Gilbert Blythe the satisfaction of helping me. Why don't we cut through here? It's a lot shorter.
But you told me this forest was haunted. I don't think it's haunted in daylight.
Oh no. What are they gonna find in the dark forest? Oh, the music is creepy.
There's supposed to be a white lady who walked along the riverbank by Mr. Hammond's sawmill, wringing her hands and wailing.
Okay, they're telling each other ghost stories.
I'm scared. So am I. Deliciously scared. Mrs. Hammond said she once felt the ghost of a murdered child creep up behind her.
Oh my gosh, her imagination's going crazy right now. Oh.
Stop it, Diana! Help me out!
Oh my gosh, that's a blood-curdling scream.
Why did we ever come in here? Oh, I'm all right. Twisted my other ankle.
Oh no.
Find your father and ask him if he'll come back and get me. Brave Diana. Go. I shall endure until your return.
Oh my goodness. This is not great with Anne's imagination in this forest. It doesn't look that creepy. I mean, this is not dark yet. It's still light out. Oh no. She fainted. Oh no. They're waiting for her. Okay, they got her.
What's happened to her?
No fear, Marilla. She's all right.
Be very frightened, Marilla. I fell off the ridgepole at Moody Spurgeon's, twisted my other ankle falling into an old well.
I should have known that you'd start the summer this way. Barely the last day of school.
Marilla, look on the bright side. I might have broken my neck.
Oh, now, Marilla, don't be too hard on her. I think she's doing a pretty good job being hard on herself, especially considering that she took first place in the term results.
Tied for first.
That's good.
I am. It's certain that she didn't injure her tongue. Come on.
Oh, look at him carrying her. That's a long walk to carry a girl like that.
Don't we have enough flowers right outside our door?
I want the house to look flowery to impress Diana when she arrives for tea.
You may have the fruitcake and the cherry preserves, and there's a bottle of raspberry cordial on the shelf in the kitchen.
Good afternoon, Miss Cuthbert.
Good afternoon, Diana. I trust that you will be responsible for your guests.
I'll be the perfect hostess.
Have a lovely afternoon, ladies.
Oh, look at them all dressed up.
So good of you to invite me to tea this afternoon. Please come in and make yourself comfortable.
So crazy, they're all talking so formally. This is a real tea party, not a fake one.
How is your mother? Very well, thank you.
Look at them acting so proper.
Isn't good manners to tell your guests what you're serving, so I won't tell you what she said we could have to drink.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny how they're acting. Trying to act very grown up, but they're kids. Uh-oh, is she gonna drink something different than what she said? Uh-oh, don't tell me she's gonna have like poison or something.
Oh! Raspberry cordial, right? Oh, that's my favorite. You mean you've had it before? But you can have as much as you like. I have to stir up the fire.
So is that like raspberry juice? Raspberry cordial? Seems like it. It must taste really good.
I want more. And I know I shouldn't.
Awfully nice, Anne. Much better than Mrs. Lynde.
Really?
Doesn't taste a bit like it. You simply have to go.
Is she gonna have more? She's gonna have like all of it, isn't she? It's gonna be all gone. Oh, don't spill, don't spill.
Last time I made a cake.
I'm getting nervous with her pouring all that. Oh my gosh.
I was thinking of a lovely story about us, Diana.
Okay, wait. Can you get drunk off of that? Is it alcohol in there?
You know nothing, Jon Snow. When everyone deserted you, I went boldly to your bedside and...
Oh no, she's gonna get sick.
You
Oh my
by
god.
my grave.
Stop. Stop.
You never, ever forgot the friend of your
Oh
youth.
my god.
Sacrificed her.
Keep an eye on your friend, Anne. Oh my gosh, don't spill that. Holy crap. She's drinking the whole bottle.
Such a pathetic story, and I was crying so that I forgot to put the flour in the cake.
Anne, shut the hell up and go tend to your friend.
The cakes, you know. It bubbles.
Okay, just take the
All
bottle. Don't
over
even use the
the
glass
side of the
anymore.
road.
Jeez. Oh my gosh, she's drunk, right? Oh no, 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 no.
Oh. I don't wonder. Such a trial to her. I feel sick.
Yeah.
Piece of cake and another glass of cordial will be just the thing. Please, Have some.
Oh no, don't give her anything to eat. Oh no, 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 no. Oh my gosh, the whole bottle's empty. Okay, Marilla's gonna be like, what the hell? You drank the whole bottle? No, 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 no. Put that down. Put that down. I'm surprised she hasn't spilled it.
You can't be sick. Wake up!
I gotta go home.
You can't go home in this condition.
Oh.
It's probably the smallpox epidemic. I'll nurse you back to health. Just please stay until after tea.
Nurse her back to health. Nurse her back to sobriety. Oh my god. Oh my god, don't let her go home by herself like this. Holy crap. Okay, yeah, go with her. Oh my gosh, look at her stumbling. Yeah, throw up out there, not inside the house. Oh my god, look at her. Oh my god. Go after her. Okay, her parents are gonna be like, what the hell? Drunk off her ass.
What's the matter, Diana? She's drunk. Anne Shirley, what did you give my Diana to drink?
Only raspberry cordial, Mrs. Barry.
Cordial my foot. The girl smells like Jake Griffith's distillery.
Drunk. My daughter is drunk.
Yeah, she picked the wrong bottle.
You are a wicked, wicked girl, Anne Shirley. It was against my better judgment to let Diana associate with an orphan, and I've been proven right.
Oh.
Diana will never see you again.
Oh no.
Leave our property at once.
She did not know. And then Miss Lynn is the head of the Temperance Society. Wow.
What on earth did you give her?
Only raspberry cordial.
Maybe it got fermented.
Certainly have a genius for trouble. This is currant wine. Can't you tell the difference?
Oh, okay.
Never tasted either.
Stop crying. It wasn't your fault. Probably put the cordial in the cellar instead of the pantry. I'll go over and explain.
Oh man, good thing she's on her side. Oh my god. Currant wine. I'm surprised Diana liked it so much. She just drank that up.
3 words for you. Treat yourself.
I don't believe a word of it. Anne Shirley is a conniving, manipulative child, and she's pulled the wool over your eyes.
I've always warned you about making that currant wine, Marilla. You said it wouldn't have the least effect on anyone. Well, I ask you.
Shut up, Rachel.
Drunk. 3 tumblerfuls at a time. And if I had a child that was so greedy, I'd sober her up with a darn good spanking.
Oh, so it's my Diana's fault, is it?
It's the demon liquor's fault.
The demon liquor.
And as for Christian virtue, making a little wine for refreshment is far less sinful than meddling in other people's affairs.
Oh, you tell her.
Yes!
Damn. That's right. Ugh, I hate people like that.
Story will make a fine handle for all those folks who've always been down on my making currant wine.
Ugh.
Oh, don't cry. I don't see it
Oh.
as being your fault. Sorry it happened at all.
Just cry. My heart is broken.
Because she can't be friends with Diana anymore. At least she told her it's not her fault. That's good. It wasn't her fault, though. I mean... Oh, look, there's her friend. She really wants to see her.
Excuse me, Marilla.
That's her ride or die friend, man. She's there to meet her.
Your mother hasn't relented. I told her it wasn't your fault. I cried and cried. But it's no use, Anne. We can't ever be friends again.
Yeah, they can. They just can't see each other in front of their parents.
Will you promise never to forget me?
Her bosom friend.
I could never love anybody as much as I love you, Anne. Nobody's ever loved me for as long as I can remember. Will you swear to be my secret bosom friend? I solemnly swear to remain faithful to my bosom friend Diana Barry for as long as the sun and the moon shall endure.
Oh, this is sad.
For as long as the sun and moon shall endure. I have to get back. She'll be suspicious.
Oh, so sad. Diana kind of looks like a young Colby Smulders from How I Met Your Mother and, you know, Marvel movies. They're gonna see each other again. They'll see each other at school. Although it's summer, right?
Farewell,
my beloved friend. Henceforth we must be strangers living side by
Oh my gosh,
side.
and you are dramatic.
Heart will be ever faithful to thee.
But you know what? Teenagers are dramatic. Everything is like a crisis and everything's a huge deal. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Wow. All right, that's part 1. Okay, so that was part 1 of Anne of Green Gables, the 2-part series from 1985. That was so cute. It was so entertaining, and I went into this totally blind. And I enjoyed myself watching Anne, getting to know Anne of Green Gables, this place that she's been transported to, Prince Edward Island and Green Gables, and the whole, seems like a village, like a small town for sure. All the kids and all of the adults. My favorite characters so far, it seems like they're foster parents, but Matthew and Marilla. And Marilla, she seemed very stern and everything, but she seems like she has a huge backstory and she's grown on me. Matthew seems like a really sweet guy. Marilla seems stern, but she seems underneath it all, she's a softie. The person I hate the most is Rachel for sure. Rachel needs to mind her own damn business and stop being so fake pious. She's full of crap. I don't like her. The teacher is the creepiest, Mr. Peters, I think his name was. He was just creepy. Just that relationship he had with Chrissy just seemed totally inappropriate. I don't know how it came off when this aired on TV, but wow, that just made me feel uneasy the whole time, and he just looked really creepy. So that was great. Part 1 went by really quickly. Can't wait to go on to part 2. If you've been here with me, thank you so much for your support. If you like this content, if you like this video, please give me a like or subscribe. It would really help me out. Or you can watch the full length watch along on my Patreon. Link is in the description. And with that, I'll leave you. See you next time. Bye now.